We think that recycling is also an attitude, and that's why we want to ask you, what's the role of recycling and upcycling in your life?
I totally grew up with the concept of recycling. I grew up in Germany, and this is what we learn, reusing material and I mean I was partly funding trial and error from the beginning, so for me, trial and error was a platform to actually do recycling and upcycling and experiment with it and learn about it and see how the concepts actually work out for us in real life.
I do it every day, basically. It's something that is a part of my life, using old jars to hold other things. I see jars and bottles as almost forms of currency, and they hold different things. And why throw them away when they're perfectly formed already for you? Why do you need to buy new ones when they're everywhere, you know? So I definitely take on the mentality of upcycling, recycling in everyday life.
I think it's important that we get aware of the things we use, the amount of things we consume and the waste we produce. And I think it's very important that all of us get aware that if we don't go back to live in a circle, that everything is moving into a circle, then we create a problem for this planet. So I think the whole upcycling idea is very important to raise awareness among the people that we know we human beings are part of this world, and it's just working the life here if we live in circles and reuse the things without creating waste. So the ideal would be zero waste, but zero waste is in this society very difficult.
It's kind of a bit opposing yourself to this throwaway culture and like reusing things that other people would actually throw away. For example, I don't know, building like out of wood that has been thrown away, or stuff you find in the street, building like furniture out of it or something like that. We do that a little bit in our flat. And
nice.
Yeah, I mean, here in Berlin you find all kinds of stuff in the street, and
it's a part of me. I cannot do it any other way.
Yeah, sure.
I grew up this way, and in fact I get only creative with when I have materials that are already used or unwanted by someone else.
Well, trying to not make so much rubbish, buying consciously, trying not to buy less as possible, and what you buy, try to use it until there's no way to use it anymore.
For me, I also feel very bad when I cannot recycle. I feel very bad because it goes against my convictions, not to say. But I find it very interesting on this more philosophical level of thinking of how much do we, for instance, recycle our relationships. Like, do we stay, or do we have like the same relationship over and over again but with different people? Or do we stay, you know, maybe sometimes we should also clean out and move on to new things, or at least upcycle the relationships we have instead of recycling them. So I think this is very interesting.
It's environmentally, it's good for the Umwelt, for the environment. Mm-hmm. And I think if everyone in the world uses very little resources, very little water, creates their own energy, finds their own material and shares with everyone, it's gonna be a much better world.
Also erstens fängt es im Alltag an, Müll trennen, klar. Zweitens, ich finde Upcycling was Kreatives, ja, also was für Open Mind sozusagen. Und dann versuche ich Sachen zu verschenken, oder ich versuche auch gebrauchte Sachen zu kriegen. Ich gehe auch gerne zu Tauschladen, ja. Da habe ich schon lange keine Kleidung gekauft. Ich bringe Kleidung hin, hole Kleidung, und ich finde es tolle Arbeit, was der Verein da macht, Tauschladen. Ja, und ich habe lange nicht wertgeschätzt, was ich habe, und da dachte ich immer, ich habe zu wenig, und irgendwann kommt so ein Sinneswandel, wo ich festgestellt habe, ich habe zu viel. Und wenn man bewusst sich mit Alltag auseinandersetzt, dann weiß man, ich habe sehr viel und ich bin dankbar dafür.
you can be lazy and just go out and buy everything. You can be that kind of person who just wants everything easy, everything manufactured. Or you can be a unique individual who says, actually, I want something that I can be proud of, and I want something that it's just for me. And when I look in front of me, I don't see problems, I see solutions.